Hello everyone, welcome to this tutorial. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you guys how to import data to our technical analysis tool. Before you import anything, uh, this is the main frame of our application. As you can see, before you import anything, if you click that folder icon, um, there is nothing in each category. See, the tree is not expandable. There's nothing in there. So we need to import the data to this application to use all these analysis tools. So how are we going to import the end of the day data into our application? There are two ways to do it. First one is we can import from the local disk, right? So if you have all the CSV files for the every day's end of the day data, and you can load from your local PC. Another way you can do it is from our download manager. I'll quickly show you here because I'm going to talk about how you download it from the network. Um, that's the content of another video. Okay, let's close that for now. As an active trader, I get my end of the day data from my local broker. So as you can see, this screen page, this is broker's web page. They provide a end of the day download page, so I can select the file format. I can click the downloads. I can get my data. So once I downloaded my data, I save it to my local PC. As you can see, each file represents a day. There are a lot of shares for Australia share market, about 3,000. So you can open up any one of them. As you can see, each file contains that date market data. So in each file, the first column means the ticker name, or the equity share code. The second column is date and the open, high, low, close price with the volume traded on that single day. I organized it pretty well for all this data. I put it in that single folder. Okay, so that's where I'm getting my end of the data from. Let me just show you how I'm gonna import the data from this location as the star. So as you can see, there is an icon here. You click this icon, means he opens up the financial market data import dialog. Okay, this is the dialog you use to import data. Another way to open up is you go into file menu, and the first menu is market data import, right? Control I as a hotkey, you press it, it brings up the financial market data import dialog. In this dialog, let's import our data. So basically, the first one, you're gonna select the country and area that you're located. For me, it's Australia. Second one, let's select stocks. We do have other equity types, but in the first release, we only support stocks. In the future release, I'll provide all of others. So for now, let's select stocks. Market code. If you're trying to load from your local disk, okay, so if you load from your own data, right, so you have to drag all the way down and select the user defined type. Okay, so if you download it, you have option to choose others, right? Okay, let's select the user defined. That's my own data. The public holiday file folder. If you press this one, it's for download the public holiday files for you, but for now we don't need to worry about it. Let's just leave it as it is, unchecked. The date format. This one means the date format in the second column. So for example, in the second column, we are using in this CSV files, they're using year, month, and date. Okay, remember that. And then we have to select. You have to select year, month, date. That's the correct one. If you select a different one, your data import process will fail. So be careful that one. Pick the correct one. And then the last one is the date file folder. You have to point out you have to tell the importer where is your end of the day data stored on your local PC. For my case is ASX data. You select this folder, okay, and that's pretty much you want to prepare and to download to import data to the application. Once you fill up all and you click the import button, as you can see, once you click it, the import button becomes disabled, and then process kicks in. I'll explain that one for you a bit later when I'm talking about in memory safe mode, but for now, let's leave it. Okay, it says the import process succeeded. Okay, let's close that. Okay, once we imported successfully, right-click that market data tree, and there's a refresh option. You click it, okay, and you can see all the ticker comes in, right? So which means you imported data successfully. To prove we do have the data in our application now, you can open up any share ticker. So you put the focus on that tree, and then you go in this search editor, and you type in any name of your ticker. For example, I'm going to open Commonwealth Bank of Australia, and I'll hit Enter key on my keyboard, or double click that highlighted stuff. Okay, once you double click or hit Enter, the chart is opened up for us. As you can see, the data is imported successfully, otherwise it won't show me any chart. And okay, so this is the way we imported the data. Let's open another one, just to prove a little bit more. We do have the data. ANZ, sorry, I've double click. ANZ is Australian New Zealand Bank. That's another one. That's good. The data has been loaded and imported. Okay, let's clear the market data. If you click that one, you are remove all the data stored inside the application. You clean up everything, right? So I'm going to show you what does that mean for the memory safe mode. For example, you have a very long, you have a big amount of data, for example, like 10 years, more than 10 years, and you want to charting or analysis by yourself, and you need to load a lot of data in the application. You're gonna need to, you have to use this memory safe mode. Otherwise, it will already truncate it to the year, a range that you can load it, that can be put into your memory capacity. Okay, so we have another folder which contains a lot of more data, which is our all data. That folder contains like many years, 10 years data. So if I want to load that much data, you're going to tick the memory safe mode. Once you tick that one, you can see the memory safe mode on that indicator text on in the bottom shows right now you're using memory safe mode. Okay, so if you click import now, it will load that much data. I can see for you, sorry, it will load all these index for you. As you can see, there are much more data in that folder. All right. So what's the difference with the memory safe mode and normal mode? In the memory safe mode is for you to load many years data and for charting only. Okay, so you can't do analysis or scanning, whatever. You can't do those. You cannot do automatic backtesting, etc. You can only do charting. But in normal mode, all the other functions are enabled. The reason for that is the memory safe mode only load the index for you. It doesn't load any data. It loads data when you need it. So let's prove it for you. If you refresh again, okay, let's go into ANZ. What do you mean by it only loads data when you need it? So if you double click, the progress bar appears and it starts loading actual data for you because you just because just double click it and you want the application load for you. So it's load now. It only loads the single equity. It doesn't load any others. As you can see, once you open up this chart, uh, we are opening the monthly chart. You see, the monthly chart, every bar means a month, so you can see that much down in there. It starts from 2008 actually. It's more than 13 years. All right, 2007. It loads, so you can do the weekly chart as well. The weekly chart. Let's show the candle. Okay, so you can see this many weeks. Now you can do all the charting and stuff, analysis for this single equity, for this share. You can do, yeah, you can do the Bollinger Bands. You can do all the stuff. You can do, yeah, you can draw. You can, yeah, you can draw a train line, etc. Yes. So I'm gonna show this stuff in another video. So basically that means memory safe mode. You can analysis by yourself for super long years data. Okay. Let's click clear all the data again. So this is the one way we load the data into it. But for example, if you don't have a registered broker and you also want to use our application, what are you gonna do? Where do you get the data from? So now I'm just going to show you something. If you don't have a registered broker, if your broker doesn't provide such kind of service, you can go into third-party data provider. For example, this end of the day data.com. So this company does very good job. So you register it, and then you can pick up any country or area. And for example, I'm gonna download America Stock Exchange. So you can download it from the third-party data provider. To prove it, let's say let's download 2000, 2001, 2002, 3 years data from the third-party data provider. So these files are saved in my download folder. Okay, let me just leave the America blah blah. Let's delete other rubbish there, and I'm extracting. Let's create a new folder here. It's called test. Let's extract files to my this PC download. Let's extract everything to the test folder. Okay, everything's in here. As you can see, the 782 items in the folder. Now let's open a single one. Let's examine the date format. So the date format is year, month, and the date looks like it's 2000 January 17. Okay, this one is very important because I'm have to tell the data importer the date format. Okay, now let's go back to our application. Open up the market data importer. This time let's select, actually just select the United States and then stocks. And okay, it doesn't show me American exchange. So anyway, so let's pick up another one. So we should have a user defined, but we'll fix it later. That's year, month, date, the correct date formatter. And well, let's point to our test folder in the downloads. Select this folder. Disable the memory safe mode. Let's click import. So we are now trying to import all the data from your third-party data provider, right? So successfully loaded. That's good. Let's refresh it. Okay. I'm not familiar with the American share ticker, but let's just open the APT for the first one. Okay, looks like it's successfully loaded, and that's the chart. It generates a chart. Let's take a look at another one. It's a little bit weird looking. And anyone? Looks like it's a downtrend year. Yeah. So as you can see, you can load, uh, you can import the data from those providers. That's another way to do it. Cool. I think that's pretty much all for this tutorial, and now you know how to import the data uh, from the CSV files to our application, and then you can do the charting, you can do an analysis. So that's the very first step. We started using this application. I hope this tutorial helps, um, and I'll see you guys in the next tutorial. Thanks for watching.